So the odd couple weighed in on the Steve Kerr, Draymond Green situation. Let's talk about it.
Don't ever underestimate the heart of a champion.
Okay, Ring Culture, welcome back to Ring Culture, where we play no games. We just spit game about the game we love. Before we get in this video, though, go over to my reaction page, the Nuclear Reactor, and check out my 2 sports playlists. Y'all will love that over there. But back over here, Ring Culture, make sure y'all like and comment down below. That's how y'all pushing me into the algorithm. And then I'll go get them. With my content, hit them and fit them and sit with them. Subscribe and hit the bell notification so y'all can be notified for every time I upload. Share my videos and hype my channel. So, we all saw the incident between Draymond Green and Steve Kerr during the timeout. Draymond Green got mad, then he, whatever, I don't know what was said, he got up and walked out. Steve Kerr said in the press conference he decided to go to the back and cool off, which is odd to me anyway. What the hell you mean he decided to just get up and walk to the back? That's crazy. Dude was too old to be acting like that. But the odd couple had to say something about it. I haven't said anything about this yet, so I'll tell y'all what I think after y'all listen to them. Check this out.
All the smoke, he has created this monster in Draymond Green, and to have him walk out on his teammates and for it to be okay. And I would have told that dude, you better not come back out here, even if he ain't in the game. You better stay there if you're going to walk away from your teammates when you're trying to win a damn game. How dare Steve Kerr? Why does he continue to coddle this guy? Steve Curdle Milk is what you should be called, because your methods of coaching is ridiculous. He allowed him to sucker punch a guy, never even gave him a suspension, let Draymond talk about he walked away from the team and there was no discipline. And then they didn't want to suspend him because they wanted to make sure he was there for the ring ceremony so that he could get there. I would have said you got suspended for 10 games and we're giving out the rings on opening night and you won't get yours that night. I don't understand it. How do the other players allow that? You're another player on the team. You're going to let this guy walk out? Everybody has disagreements. You can't walk out on your teammates. What kind of coach has Steve Kerr turned into to allow this guy to do whatever he wants and then come back out? Kelvin, seriously, you play basketball. Come back out for what? You walked out on us. We're a team. Win together, lose together. We can argue. You can't walk out. It's ridiculous. I don't understand Steve Kerr, but I'm glad. Draymond, he's giving you a ton of rope. Use it. Make him look like the fool, because that's what it looks like. Really? Steve Kerr has no control over the team? You can walk out. Don't come back here. You don't come back until you apologize to everybody on this bench and this team. And you know what tells you how weak Steve Kerr is? You know what the reporter said?
You beat me to it. Yep.
You know what the reporter asked him? Was that
Draymond's decision?
Or yours? What?
I was when I heard that, I was like, what? Hold on, what? I would have went off for the reporter.
For the reporter even asked him that.
But that
shows, tells you that.
That shows the leeway and
ridiculous.
The excuses that have been built. All right, a couple of things. So you touched on a lot of that, and we disagreed and argued all day yesterday. We started off the show here mostly agreeing on this. This has been something that's been built up with this team for now 10, 15, 10, 12 years. They've allowed things with Draymond that have not been allowed with any other teammate. And you just mentioned something. You said, well, why would somebody else on the team should have been like, hey, man, you can't be doing that? That's the issue. is that their best player, Steph, is not that kind of guy. So Draymond would have Draymond. You get what I'm saying? If there was another Draymond, Draymond would have Draymond Greened it right then. But there's nobody else who's built like that. And so Steve Kerr has built and created where Draymond gets away with stuff that nobody else could get with. Because if Draymond tried to get away with the stuff Draymond does, he would have let him know. He would have checked him.
I don't doubt for 1 second if Michael Jordan was on that bench, he would have grabbed him and said, where are you going?
Where are you going?
Where are you going?
Or the opposite. If you left, when you come back, no, we good. We good on you today.
Get back.
We don't need you. You didn't want to be a part of this comeback, this win, whatever. We don't need you right now. So let me elaborate on a couple other things. I think Steve Kerr is so much indoctrinated with Phil Jackson's ideology and the way Phil Jackson coached. Phil Jackson was so unique. He was telling Dennis Rodman, hey, go blow steam off in Vegas. And I think Steve Kerr adopted too much of that where I know I got different personalities. I got to allow this guy to do that. I got to let this guy do that. I'm going to give him leeway. I'm going to be harder on him. And I think he's trying to do that too much. Draymond has been allowed to do too much from a league standpoint and from a Warrior standpoint. You can't stomp people in the chest, punch your own teammates, punch other people, head like Rudy Gobert, cuss people out, cuss Kevin Durant out. That's so much so that he leaves the team. Like, how much more can a man get away with? Does the bully ever get bullied? No, somebody check him. Because then he gets all philosophical at the press conferences. Oh, man, well, just, you're too old, Draymond. You've been doing this for too long. And at some point, you expect somebody from top down the Warriors to check him, and it never happens.
I just can't believe. I can't believe that
somebody's supposed to have been punched the bully. I'm talking in the NBA as a whole.
We've said that over and over.
Somebody was supposed to have been chin checked him. He gets away with so much throughout this league, from a league standpoint to the team, organizationally, within his own locker room, checking his coach. And again, guys get into it, coaches get into it, players
Nobody's saying that you can't have an argument.
All right, so Rob and Calvin gave their point of view, and I totally agree. Draymond Green has been getting away with a lot of stuff league-wide. I'm actually shocked nobody hit Draymond yet, like an all-out brawl. And all of this stuff is like a dog on a leash. He never gets yanked back, so more and more he starts to believe that he's this scary gangster. Do y'all remember when there was this incident between Draymond Green and Wembanyama? Wembanyama caught the dunk and dunked on him and screamed in his face. Well, Draymond Green on his podcast revealed what he said to Wembanyama that made Wembanyama react that way. He actually said to this dude, "You are scared of me." Bro, who you think you are, man? Like he a mobster or something. Like he a gangster or something. You playing basketball, what you mean you scared of me? That's showing that Draymond Green actually believes this tough guy persona that he's been portraying for a long time. Steve Kerr and the organization has allowed Draymond Green to get away with stuff that he shouldn't have been able to get away with. You know what I'm saying? That whole thing with Kevin Durant, when he got up in his face, and I think he called him a bitch or something like that. I'm almost sure the reason Kevin Durant left because there was no accountability for Draymond Green behind the scenes. They just let that go. No one says anything to Draymond Green. Steph Curry don't say anything to him, and he's the leader of the team. The coach let him just walk off the bench. I would have told him not to come back. They should have suspended his ass, too. They should cut him. Draymond Green actually believes that he's a better basketball player than he actually is. He is not that great of a basketball player. He's a role model. He's a role player, not a role model. Not even close. Draymond Green is a role player. He won Defensive Player of the Year twice, something like that, which is not a huge accomplishment in this bad defensive era. He's a role model. He's not even a superstar role model. Yes, when he first got drafted, like y'all heard me say in another video, for the place that he got drafted in at the beginning of his career, he was overachieving for the place he was drafted in. But Draymond Green, to me, is a dime a dozen player. Like, you can find another Draymond Green in a lot of places. He is not that exceptional at anything. At basketball, he's too old to be acting the way he's acting, running off the court, man. And whenever Steph is out or one of their big guns, Draymond Green shows exactly what he's made of. Nothing. He's average at best at basketball. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he overachieved for the place that he was drafted in, but he's still an average basketball player at best. And he lived off of having Steph and Clay running around being double teamed because they shot the ball so well. And then Kevin Durant came there. You know what I'm saying? His production really dropped when Kevin Durant came there because it was 3 big guns instead of 2 this time. Because he was the third option before Kevin Durant got there. Draymond Green has been allowed to get away with way too much stuff. He's hitting players on court, stepping on people's chests. Y'all remember all the shit that he was doing in the finals against the Celtics? Y'all remember all that? Like, it's a couple of those games he should have been ejected from. And the referees let him stay in the game. And all of that stuff has puffed his head up to believe that he's this tough guy, and he probably thinks the officials are afraid of him. He probably thinks his coaches are afraid of him. No one should have allowed this dude to get away with so much over the years. He should have been checked. Somebody should have chin-checked him already. But this is a monster that's been created by the league, by his coaches, his teammates. No one says anything to him. When he does something crazy, he sides Jordan Poole. I didn't even remember that he didn't get suspended for that. I thought he did get suspended. Did the league suspend him or the team? Or did he not get? I can't remember if he got suspended. I know Rob Perkins said he didn't get suspended for that, but this is what happens when you allow an immature baby to run around and do all of this crazy shit on the court, and who's really just an average basketball player. Why they let him get away with this? I know he's been built up in media as like he's this invaluable part of the team because he does these intangible things. Draymond Green is not. His skill set is not something that can't be gotten out of several different players in the NBA. And with less hassle that you got to deal with, because he's like a tumor on the team. He just keeps growing and bringing negative outcomes to the team. Is insane to me. I don't know. I think the Warriors should cut his ass or trade him. I think they should move on from Draymond Green. I thought they should have moved on from Draymond Green years ago. And they wouldn't be in this predicament they're in now. I wouldn't have I would have kept Durant. I would have got rid of Draymond Green back then. I would have tried my best to keep Clay. I would have got rid of Draymond Green if I had to make a decision. You know what I'm saying? Not that him and Clay was going through anything, but Clay wouldn't have been the guy that would have been leaving my team. It would have been Draymond Green. What does he add to the team except a whole bunch of bullshit they got to deal with? They got to answer questions about this dude. They got to watch him act like a fool on the court. Now let's add on that he thinks he's so invincible that now he's just going at it with his coach. And he's talking about, he said in the press conference, he felt like he should leave before things got worse. What the fuck do you mean? What do you mean if things got worse? Like what was going to happen if it got worse? That just whatever, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think down below. Always remember, we are ring culture because the whole point of the culture is to win rings for the culture. I love y'all. Peace.